Mother uses daughter as meal ticket. Thankfully, dad finds out. So I pay $380 a week to her mother. My daughter comes to see me cause she was crying she misses me and made her own way to see me as her mum tells her she is not allowed to see me, she is 14. And this is what she comes over wearing to school. WTF. My money is not looking after my daughter. It's lining the pockets of her mother. And this breaks my heart. Yes, I did go straight to the shops and bought her a new pair of school shoes. As no way would I let her go tomorrow wearing these. This system is ducked. As if this not child neglect. And tell me why I'm paying $380 a week while she drives her hotted up Jeep, smokes and drinks, and has fake boobs. But this is what my daughter deals with. The system itself is broken. It's heavily biased to give the mother full custody, regardless of who is more apt to take care of a child, and does not care to check if child support funds are used, to support the child. When I was about 10 and my parents were getting divorced, my dad got full custody of me and my brother. My mom left us and my dad for another guy and just wanted to party a lot, so she literally didn't want us. But at the divorce hearings they kept trying to give her custody of us, and she kept telling the lawyer she did not want custody, don't give us to her. But they kept trying. My dad still had to fight for custody to get us. And she ended up paying something like $80 a month for 2 kids' child support on a full-time job. You can bet she rarely even paid that, and of course the courts didn't go after her, and my dad couldn't be bothered with her so didn't care about $80. It good and bad made me realize early on the system is rigged to favor women in these kinda situations. Oh yeah, before they got the divorce going my mom actually tried to kidnap us and ransom some money from our dad. A police report was filed. And they still wanted to give her custody. Damn, I hope he manages to get full custody. With our system, he likely won't. Wow, so many women would kill to have such an involved father of her kids. That's a big child support check too. Also, as a mother, how can you not enjoy spending money on your child more than on yourself? Makes no sense to me. She was never fit to be a mother in the first place and has no parental instincts. I don't have a child, and yet I would never let a cousin with shoes like that. I'd buy them a new pair myself. Now imagine being a mother and being okay with that. That's a large sum of money. When I was younger my dad was supposed to pay £150 or so for child maintenance, similar to America, but he would only pay £80 or so. No idea why my mum didn't take it further. Maybe he was like my dad, who only took short-term contracts, so he could be conveniently unemployed when the CSA came calling. I had a worker that was kinda of a freelancer, got paid cash. That meant he technically didn't have a job, so the system didn't charge him much to care of the mother or the daughter. So, he would give a third of his earnings each month plus whatever that kid was needing at the time, like books and such. He was not supposed to do that, but he did it anyway, to take care of his daughter. The mom got greedy and tried to take him to court saying he had been earning on the side enough to pay for more child support. In the end, the system ruled about a fifth of his earnings would be obligatory each month. He basically got the better out of the mom, and he started giving the gifts directly to his daughter instead of giving the mom money to buy them. My mom never paid my dad a cent in child support. She could never hold a job, and whenever she got money from any source she'd spend it on drugs. For my 10th birthday I had a party at a bowling alley, and it was like a little get-together with some friends. Dad gave mom some money to get me a present. She shows up and hands me a plastic bag with an empty video game case. That doesn't even count all the time she's stolen from us, while my dad let her hang out for a day or two when she was homeless. My dad also wonders why I don't want anything to do with my mom, and why I can go the rest of my life without seeing her or talking to her again. The above should tell you why. Ugh. Duck people like this. My mom did this shit with to me when I was a teenager. Apparently my dad used to give her $1,000 a month. When I was 18 my dad said he would be giving me the money instead, and when I told my mom all she said was, "So when are you moving out?" Wow. That's rough. I'm curious, how is your relationship with your mom now? My mom got $2K a month, a grand for me and my brother. Even while we spent the summer with him. She lived rent-free with my grandparents from the time I was in kindergarten till 8th grade. She took the car he had bought them when she left. She had a full-time career. But somehow we were always broke, couldn't afford to do anything, and when I got older, she had this weird complex that I always owed her money for something or other. When I moved out she wanted back all the Christmas presents she bought for me because she needed a stereo. We don't talk anymore. Similar thing happened with my mother. Turns out she had been receiving $600 a month while I wasn't even living with her, and she paid $300 a month for my rent. I calculated that she pocketed about $6K, and she kept my sister's child support for 2 years until my dad brought her to court to end it, because she had finished school. At least my mother regrets it, because I told her how betrayed I felt. I lived on $50 a month having to depend on a boyfriend at 20. It sucks depending on someone. Thankfully he was the nicest, more generous person I have ever met. I'm sorry your mom did that. Are you in contact with her now? Why isn't he seeing his kid? She is 14 and most systems I know will let the kid decide, or at least have a say by age 12. Especially if he is paying that much in child support. Is there more to this? Terrible about the shoes though, that shouldn't happen. Is there more to this? Probably. And it's the internet, who knows if it's even real. This is questionable. Child support is usually based on income and $380 a week is a lot, so unless that's a bunch of back pay child support, I don't see why he isn't in court over this. I'm hoping it's fake though, because those shoes are sad. It does have every element of outrage bait. Kid kept from dad, extreme child support. Kid really wants to be with dad and hates mom. Mom is trashy with fake boobs. Is there a reason we are not using like a child support card system, something that can be tracked by social workers? The way it was explained to us in my state by the Attorney General is that she does not have to prove the money is going to the child's specific support. The money is there to make the lifestyle between the two homes more balanced. I have watched her whip out her child support card to pay for beer. I had a buddy that works at Specs tell me she bought like 4 bottles of liquor with this card. I've worked places where people are buying their cigarettes with this card. There should be some limitations to what you can purchase with it, especially when your custodial parent can't be bothered to buy desperately needed shoes. I feel ops pain. Been there. But sure, mama knows best, right? Embarrassment to my gender. This is scary as hell. Your mom even saying she didn't want custody and was essentially having it pushed onto her. That makes no sense at all. And $80 for 2 kids? I know men in my area that work minimum wage jobs, losing 25% of their checks to child support. Which is why the men's rights movement exists. Despite many counterstreams that suggest that all they want is misogyny. Which is why the men's rights movement exists. Despite many counterstreams that suggest that all they want is misogyny. This is because the loudest / most popular so-called men's rights activists are people like Paul Ellum. Guys like Ellum bury real men's rights issues beneath the reactionary misogyny they peddle to angry vulnerable men, like incels, MGTOWs and red pillars. The idea that women should stay at home and take care of kids while men bring the money is why the family courts and child support systems are the way they are. So really you're actually seeing a symptom of the same patriarchy feminists complain about. Feminism, at least not the Facebook variety, would say that men and women can be equally good caregivers or breadwinners, so neither custody nor child support should differ based on gender. Thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to see more interesting video. Goodbye.